today's video, guys, we're going to be doing this little video idea that I've had for a little while now, and it's called, or I guess I'm going to call it, Ride with Raw. Learn how to ride with Raw. Something along those lines. And basically what I'm going to be doing is giving out little beginner tips for riding a motorcycle. Now granted, this is a 1000, one that you typically start on. Yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so for any motorcycle, and I'm talking about small ones just as much as the bigger ones, the very first thing is you want to learn the gearing, right? You want to learn the gears, you want to learn the clutch, because that's what's going to like get you going, guys. That's what's going to get you going. The gears go obviously in order, one down, right? So you put your foot down to get into the first gear, and you're going to slide it up as you're going, all the way till you get to 6th or 5th or 4th or however many gears your bike has. So to get right into it, you want to hold the clutch down, right? Front brake and clutch. Clutch is on your left, brakes on your right. Hold the clutch down. You're going to put the lever down, first gear. And what I want you to practice is basically getting out of first. That guy just jerked me off. What the hell? So again, clutch in, first gear, let go of the clutch slowly, bike starts rolling, and then you slightly give it a little bit of throttle. You don't need much to get going, right? And so once you're on the road, it's pretty much just clutch in, boom, up, second gear. Clutch, boom, up again, third gear. You can see it here marked on the cluster for the bike. We're in third gear right now. Again, watch how it moves. Clutch in, up, fourth gear. Well, Raw, how do we know when to change gears? Great question. If you've never driven a manual car before, right, stick shift or whatever you want to call it, then you probably won't know the concept, but it's basically just hearing it, right? Your bike or your car is going to start asking for the next gear the louder she gets. So right now you can tell it's getting a little loud. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not, but let's do this perfect example right here. It's getting really loud. Show us the next gear. Rear brake, front brake, going to slow, clutch, drop down to first, come to a complete stop, clutch in, front brake in, neutral. And I can lay off the bike completely, right? Clutch in, first gear. Now we're gonna throttle as we let go of the clutch because now we're a little bit more experienced once we practiced just laying off the clutch a few 100,000 times, right? So right now I don't really feel like shifting. We're gonna just cruise on fourth because traffic is still going. Cruise on fourth. You don't even have to touch the clutch if you're going to remain in the same gear. Beginner riders should be using both hands at all times, obviously. Obviously, once you get a little bit more experience, then you know you can do this, right? Lean back, whatever. Rear brake, front brake, still in 6th gear. Now as we're coming to the stop, we're going to start clutch in down, clutch in down, clutch in down. I have let go of the front brake. At this point, we're just rolling to the light. Clutch in down, clutch in down. Complete stop, clutch in, front brake. Front brake, rear brake, clutch, first gear, roll into it, boom, 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 and neutral. Where's neutral, Raw? You never discussed this. Neutral is a tap right in between first and second gear, right in the middle. How do you get to neutral is from first going up, or from second going down. However, if you are rolling, it makes it a lot harder to get into neutral, which is why you got to come to a complete stop when you do go neutral. Oh, my freaking neck is killing me. I'm trying out a new setup today. I stored away the Pista, AGV Pista. We stored that away because it just wasn't, the helmet's runs a little too tight on my head. It's the perfect size for me, but unfortunately for vlogging, it just doesn't do justice because the fact that it's so tight on my head makes it very difficult for the audio to like move around, right? It's like so concentrated on my voice and my breathing that it sounds terrible. So I recently moved over my setup to my AGV K1, which is a lot more roomy. Makes it a lot easier for vlogging. You don't have to hear my breathing, right? If you guys are in traffic like this, right, you just want to first gear, right, just walk it. I'm using both my feet right now, you can't tell, but boom, 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 brake, clutch, coming to a stop, boom, neutral, and you're out of it. So we're in neutral right now, right? You just want to put the lever down, which the lever, if I haven't already said this, the gear lever's on your left side. So gear down with clutch, obviously. Clutch in, gear down, boom. Notice how I'm not even gonna touch the throttle, right? Look at this, boom. So leaning forward, I'm moving back with my legs. And then go, starts moving forward, no throttling. Oh, no throttling use. You guys see that? One more time. See that? Now obviously, if this car's in front of me, I could let it go completely. I'm gonna show you here. Alright. No throttle. Oh, no throttle, slowly letting off. And we're rolling. Now we can give it gas, give it throttle, and we're moving. Clutch in, second gear up. Clutch in, third gear up. When coming to a stop, guys, multiple variables you want to think about. And that is always on the situation that you have to brake, right? If it's a slow stop, I'm going to show you here. If you see the light is right up above, as it is for me, right? All you're going to do is apply rear brake, which is on the right side. So right now I'm tapping on the rear brake, we're slowing down. I got to pick it back up now, but that was just a little example. You never want to use your main brake if you don't have to, because it is one of the main ones to wear out. So right now, just applying rear brake on my right foot. But pedal down. Boom, we're in fourth gear. You want to quickly all the way down to first. Boom, front brakes, come to a complete stop. Neutral. Now in situations where, say you have to do an emergency brake, which I don't suggest, always find, and you're going to learn this in your MSF course if you guys decide to take it. But for those of you who are going to be a hooligan and not take it and just ride, there's a couple things you want to learn about stopping, right? Because this is your life we're talking about here. You always want to look for 3 escape routes, always in any situation of emergency or even throughout your ride. You always want to look for at least 3, right? If you can't find 3, if you could do 2, maybe even 1, not ideal, but you know, if you can only see 1 escape route, then chances are you're a little too close to the moving traffic. But if you ever need to emergency brake, what's basically going to happen is you're going to apply both your front and rear brake at the same time, and you don't obviously slam on it because these aren't cars. You only have 2 wheels, and so what happens with that is if you stop too hard on 2 wheels, you're going to skid out, because the cars have 4 brakes, the bike only has 2, and the rear brake isn't even that good. So start thinking about stuff like that, guys. These are very dangerous machines. If you are going to ride, don't do anything stupid. Don't let your friends encourage you to do anything stupid, and just learn what you're doing first. Learn how to get around, learn what to do in emergency situations. I have to also keep in mind that you're pretty much a ghost to car drivers, to the cagers. Pretty much a ghost, boys. I mean, 90% of the time they really don't see you, so you have to either let them hear you by having a loud exhaust, which I do not have on at the moment, but I like my exhaust. I don't want it too loud right now. And secondly, they're not really paying attention half the time, right? I mean, think about yourself. How many of you guys in the chat really drive perfectly? And I'm talking about no texting, no eating, no looking to the sides constantly. Distracted driver. My horn stopped working. My horn's no longer working. No. I tried to, what the heck? I wasn't working earlier. Distracted driver. Right? Now, those are the people that aren't going to see you and most likely to kill you. It's almost like the people who are going to end your career in riding. Right? Those are the ones you got to watch out for. In a way, you have to almost tell yourself that this is how all drivers are. Right? because it's better to play it safe than to be sorry about it later. Right. We are going to get into next is turning, right? You never turn the handlebars while you're moving. Never, 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 never. Slow down, coming to a stop, let go of the brakes, and you lean in, guys. You just lean in. It's really that simple. Lean in. I cannot stress this enough, the only situations where you use your handlebars is if you're basically at a complete stop. Look, I'm leaning. Haven't moved the handlebars one bit. We're going to slow down here for a turn. I'm going to personally drop down to first and lean into it. And give it a little throttle. Lean into it. But let me show you in this scenario where you do use your handlebars. Say we're at a complete stop. You obviously cannot lean because you're going to fall. So I want to turn the bike, getting out of a tight situation, slowly moving around, turning the handlebar, right? I'm going to take the sidewalk here for the sakes of this little lesson here. Say, look, we're going slow. Boom, I'm going to turn the handlebar. Going slow, right? Going slow, going slow, going slow. Boom, going slow. Boom. And we return the handlebars. This is the only scenario where you do move your handlebars. If not, you're just leaning. And practice your lean, guys. Don't take the leans too tight in the beginning. You'll mess yourself up. Let's not do any crazy leaning. You're not a MotoGP racer yet, all right? You're not going to be doing no knee drag. Stop trying to look cool for the homies. Okay? If this video gets 20 likes, we'll be dropping a part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys.